US President Donald Trump has praised Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, calling him the nicest looking guy, tough as hell.
Prime Minister Modi is the nicest looking guy.
He also revealed how Modi told him that India is prepared to fight with Pakistan after the Pahalgam terror attack in Kashmir.
He's a killer. He's tough as hell. No, we will fight.
Trump recalled Modi saying, "No, we will fight." I said, "Whoa, is this the same man that I know?" unquote. Trump reveals that the US is set to sign a mega deal with India with an aim to boost trade to $500 billion by 2030. But the biggest development has happened in the military arena, with India and US signing a new 10-year defense roadmap. As India's Defense Minister Rajnath Singh flew to Malaysia for a meeting with Pete Hegseth, the US Secretary of War claimed America's defense ties with India have never been stronger. This is sure to send chills down Bunker Munir's spine, as unconfirmed reports suggest. The 10-year roadmap includes provisions of F-35s for the Indian Air Force should New Delhi choose to do so. However, we will wait for an official confirmation. From defense to trade, India-US ties are getting back on track, even as Trump repeated claims of 7 brand new fighter jets shot down in the recent war.
India and Pakistan, they were going at it. 7 planes were shot down.
This is Trump's clearest indication of Pakistani losses, as its J-10 jets from China are newer than even Indian Rafale from France. So is the United States planning to dump Pakistan for India once more? What's behind Trump's huge praise for Indian Prime Minister Modi, and what does the future hold for India-US ties? Let's take a closer look. At the summit, Trump also revealed negotiations about a major trade deal between the two nations. He stated, "We'll have a trade deal with India soon." Donald Trump's style of praise for Prime Minister Modi has left the media and social channels abuzz, drawing a spectrum of reactions. This new friendly exchange comes at a time when Washington recently indicated easing their stance on imposition of tariffs on India's imports and purchase of Russian oil. US tariffs on Indian exports imposed by Donald Trump has reached as high as 50%, with half of that being a penalty for India's imports of discounted Russian oil. But several sources reported to ET Now saying that the tariffs may be reduced to around 15 to 16%, which is significantly lower than the 19% tariffs currently imposed on Pakistan or the 20% tariffs on Bangladesh. So far, Prime Minister Modi has refused to bend to any US tariff pressure, even as Trump imposed 50% tariffs on India. Now, once the tariffs cross 40 to 50%, then you can symbolically raise it to 250% or 1,000%. It's really symbolic and really doesn't matter. Still, India says any trade deal with America has to be mutually beneficial, or there will be no trade deal at all.
We are talking to the United States, of course, but we don't do deals in a hurry. And we don't do deals.
Only Pakistan has crumpled against Trump's tariff bully, with Sharif thanking Trump for saving Pakistan from utter obliteration.
The war could have escalated to a level. Who would have lived to tell what happened?
Now the United States and India have expressed intentions to resolve differences and make a great deal. India's Ministry of External Affairs confirmed the ongoing talks, emphasizing that both sides are actively seeking a fair agreement. The United States also surprisingly granted India a 6-month waiver or an extension from the sanctions on Iran's Chabahar port project, even as India boosts assistance to Afghanistan through Chabahar amid Afghanistan-Pakistan border clashes. This even as Indian Defense Minister Rajnath Singh met Pete Hegseth on the sidelines of the ASEAN Defense Ministers meeting in Malaysia. The two countries signed a landmark 10-year defense framework agreement, marking a new chapter in India-US defense cooperation. Rajnath Singh is also set to meet his Malaysian counterpart Khalid Nordin to discuss regional stability and cooperation on counter-terror, as India is the co-chair of the Experts Working Group on Counter-Terror with Malaysia from 2024 to 2027. Amid all these developments, Donald Trump again did not hesitate to assert once again that his administration had a key role to play in stopping the India-Pakistan war. Trump stated, "I'm doing a trade deal with India and I have great respect and love for Prime Minister Modi. We have a great relationship. Likewise, the Prime Minister of Pakistan is a great guy. I'm reading that 7 planes were shot down. These are 2 nuclear nations and they're really going at it. According to Trump, India and Pakistan immediately stopped the war after he threatened to impose 250% tariffs on both the nations. Quote, after literally 2 days, they called up and said, "We understand," and they stopped fighting, unquote. Trump has made the same claim nearly 40 times now. He believes repeating the same thing over and over again will somehow make it true. However, the Indian government has officially and outrightly rejected any role played by the United States of America. India insists Pakistan military requested a ceasefire after the Indian Air Force smashed 11 Pakistani air bases.
Not to take that good advice. Satellite pictures which actually bring out very graphically how much damage.
Donald Trump clearly wants the Nobel Peace Prize, so are his claims of stopping the India-Pakistan war purely driven by personal ambition? I'm not sure, but what is confirmed is the continued India-US defense alliance despite President Trump's tariff uncertainty. It is important to note that this was Rajnath Singh and Pete Hegseth's first personal meeting in Malaysia after Rajnath's initial meeting in Washington was cancelled earlier this month. At the Malaysia meeting with Pete Hegseth, Rajnath Singh stated, "We have had telephonic conversations thrice. I am delighted to be meeting you in person on the sidelines of the ADMM+. On this occasion, I feel a new chapter will begin today with the signing of the defense framework. I am confident that under your leadership, India-US relations will further strengthen," unquote. To this, US Secretary of War responded saying, quote, "I want to express gratitude to Minister Singh for the partnership we have with India. It's one of the most consequential US-India relationships in the world. Our strategic alignment is built on shared interests, on mutual trust and commitment to a secure and prosperous Indo-Pacific region," unquote. Here's what the two countries have agreed on: a 10-year-long roadmap for India and US to build deeper military collaboration, capacity building, as well as joint initiatives across the Indo-Pacific region. They have also agreed on 3 core pillars moving forward. These are joint production, strategic logistics support, and technology transfers. Rajnath Singh elaborated further. This defense framework will provide policy decision to the entire spectrum of the India-US defense relationship. It is a signal of our growing strategic convergence and will herald a new decade of partnership. Defense will remain as a major pillar of our bilateral relations. Our partnership is crucial for ensuring a free, open, and rules-based Indo-Pacific region," unquote. The new 10-year framework will allow New Delhi to secure long-term access to advanced defense technologies that are very important for India, especially if they include provisions to be manufactured in India. This agreement is expected to boost India's defense innovation as well through research, development, next-gen projects, and AI-based warfare technologies. India and US will also focus on joint military exercises. America and India have been strengthening their military-to-military cooperation over many years now, with drills such as Yuddha Abhyas and the Malabar naval drills. They have also expanded in areas such as intelligence sharing and defense trade, which has now gone beyond $20 billion. One of the key focus areas of this 10-year India-US agreement is to counter China's expansionist ambitions in the Indo-Pacific. The US stands no chance to contain China over Taiwan or its militarization of the region without the support of the other regional superpower, India. Have your say. Will the United States eventually dump Pakistan once more in favor of India? Leave a comment with your opinion, hit the like button, and subscribe to Inconnect News.